Welcome, guys. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Gabby Mack. For those of you who are tuning in for the first time, welcome. For those of you who are returning, thank you once again. Continue supporting. Make sure you subscribe and click that notification bell so anytime I drop a new video, you guys will be aware. So we're not gonna waste much time today. We're getting straight to the point. So I've been reading a lot of you guys' comments on my previous videos about the Ghana is hard and just about, my whole moving back to Ghana in general. So I decided to get more specific because that's what you guys wanted to hear. So on today's video, we are going to talk about 5 ugly truths that you need to know before you move to Ghana, or if you're already there and you don't know about these things, you guys should definitely check this out. This is going to be a 2-part video. So I'm doing 5 today, and the next video is gonna be 5. And I really want you guys to take this serious. And I definitely wanna hear your feedback, so make sure that you leave comments, make sure you like, and you should share and subscribe this video as well. And without wasting much time, we're gonna jump right into it. Carefully going through all the comments I got on my Ghana is hard video, a lot of you were suggesting that I get more specific on certain things to know about before moving to Ghana. And I discussed with some families and friends, and they had totally agreed. I don't want to sound too harsh, I don't want to sugarcoat anything either, but I think it's due time. So I'm going to get as specific as possible. And these, once again, are my experiences. And these are things I feel like you should know definitely before moving down to Ghana. So yes, let's jump right into it. So first thing you guys need to know is about the bribery system that goes on in Ghana. Guys, this is a topic that we cannot look past. Bribery, yes, is everywhere, but in Africa and in Ghana, it's very vivid. It's flat out right there, guys. And if you're not comfortable with it, that's something you should really get to know and wrap your head around, that it's gonna be there, and it's like you can't look past it. Like, trust me, guys, I'm not comfortable at all with the whole bribery system in Ghana. Like, I shouldn't have to bribe a cop, even if I have my right documents or whatever. And you just can't pass it. It's just like, it's there. Like, you see the police on the road, for example, and like they stop you, you show them all your particulars, and it's like they still looking at you like, hey, you gonna give me some money? And it's like, why do I have to give you extra money? Aren't you getting paid already? But I mean, the system sucks, and it's like they say don't do it, but you still see it happening. You see like the trotro drivers constantly paying police officers off to let them go when they know they don't have a license, when they know that they're making the wrong turn or whatever the case may be. But it's happening, and it's like, when is it gonna stop? I don't think so. It's quite unfortunate that a lot of systems there do not work and are really not in place, and that's what makes such things as bribery continue going on. And even people are bribing you to just get certain things done faster for you. We're gonna get into more like official documents and stuff as well. And that sector also too, there's like bribery. It's like, it's everywhere. It's like you just can't stop it. So I mean, if that's something that's really an issue for you, you should definitely know this before going, because you will experience it one way or the other. Yes. So let's jump right into the next one. The next one is entertainment and food. Why I thought about this was my own experiences when I was there. I realized that, the entertainment sector was very limited. I mean, people come to Ghana and have a blast during the holiday time. Don't get me wrong. Everybody's going to the hottest clubs and bars and stuff like that. But then when you sit back and think about it, that's literally the only thing there. There's a lot of like outside bars, outside restaurants and things, and it's not much. And then you have like movie theaters. But I mean, if you compare it to here in America, you have different options of, going bowling, going skating, trampoline, like hiking. So many different things that you can get yourself involved in. And I feel like back home, it's really limited when it comes down to things like that. So you might get bored really quick. And if you're really like an adventurous type of person like me, I was in the house going crazy, and I'm always thinking about what can I get myself involved in? What's the next thing I can do? So that's something that, if you need to definitely look into. I don't know if you will want to bring like some board games or something along when you travel, but it's definitely something that you should definitely take into consideration. Food also, for example, I feel like if you're not really adventurous in food, you're going to realize you're going to be limited on a lot of things because, most of the street food are local food. You can go to restaurants and get, foreign foods. There are a lot of foreign restaurants being open like a lot these days. You can find Turkish, you can find Chinese food, Lebanese, you can find all types of food. But, if you're on a budget, those foods can get really pricey. And then location, where most of these restaurants are at are probably, a bit far from you. And if you're thinking about like budgeting and saving money, you may not want to, be eating at the restaurant all the time. So then you depend on the food that's within your area, and within your area could mean a very limited amount. Like I was living at, for example, there were certain times you would get certain food, and I realized during the afternoon there was very limited amount of food that you could buy. So most people over there tend to eat pretty heavy in the morning and in the night. So that's where if you go out, you see a lot of food vendors out in the morning, and then around like 6, 7 going, that's when you see a whole nother set of them coming out. So during the day, you're kind of limited. So you probably find yourself like cooking at home, or probably having to take an Uber or drive out to, a restaurant to go get some food because you may not get within your area. So that's also something you should definitely consider as well. All right, so the next thing I think you should take into consideration is the health system. It's something that you should definitely research before moving down there. Health system in Ghana is very, very, very difficult. I have to tell you guys. I'm being real with you. Like, it's not like, living abroad and you can get really good health insurance and they can cover, half of your payment or more than half, and then you just, pay the rest out of pocket. Over there, it's like you're going into the hospital and you are the clinic and you are paying everything from, visiting to the medication. You're paying for everything. And even the, the health insurance down there, they're so expensive and the average person can't even afford it. So most people don't even end up going to the hospital and the clinics. They tend to like treat themselves at home with herbal medicines and self-medications. And it's not good, but that's how the system is there. And some of them is like, it's not even because the money, they can't afford it, but just even the experiences that you go through when you even at the hospital would turn you off, and like you don't even want to go to the hospital. I'm gonna give you an example. Like one of my friends came down and she had passed out, and we realized like it was like beyond our control. It wasn't those like, okay, wake up, drink some water and you were gonna be okay. Like we had to actually send her to the hospital. So my friends and I sent her to the hospital, and I'm thinking I'm gonna walk in and she's gonna get immediate care. Like I knew we had to pay out of pocket, but if I'm paying all that money, I feel like I should be seen right away. Guys, let me tell you, that is not what it happened at all. We literally walked into the hospital. She could barely walk, so we like carried her. Then they gave us a wheelchair. Whoop-de-doo, they gave us a wheelchair. We put her, and we thinking like, oh, she's immediately gonna see a nurse or a doctor. The nurse comes up to me and is like, here you go, take this form. You need to fill all this information out, blah, 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 blah. And I'm just like, okay, but she's in serious pain. Can she see somebody right now? Or can you guys find out what's wrong with her so you can start giving her medication or whatever to calm the pain that she's going through, or to wake her up, or whatever the case may be? They're still like, no, you have to finish filling this out. You have to pay administration fee before you have to wait. Then you're going to see the doctor. From the doctor, then they will give her a room. And then from the room, whatever she needs, we got to pay for every single little thing that she's going to get, down to her IV, down to whatever shot they're going to give to her, if she's going to take a test. Like, that is how the system is down there, guys. And it was beyond me. I was baffled. Like, I was like, what? So if this person is literally dying on the floor, they would not see you until you pay. And I'm like, what kind of system is that? So for me, I mean, I don't go to the hospital much, I don't see the doctor much, but it always, was in the back of my mind when I was home. I was like, if something happens to me right now and I need to go to the hospital, would I even want to go to the hospital, or should I just stay at home and figure out how I can help myself? Because I don't even think I will receive immediate care when I get there. And imagine if I don't have money on me, or whoever's with me doesn't have money on them, then you have to worry about how you're going to get money and how you're going to pay. It's a whole lot, guys. So that's something I feel like you should definitely look into for sure, and know if that's going to be an issue for you, especially if you have health issues, health conditions. Before moving down there, definitely do your research and find out if there's certain facilities there that are going to be there to help you, and immediate help, especially because the system that is, you know, here in the US, and I'm pretty sure in Europe and stuff, is not the same in Africa, nor like specifically Ghana. So next one is official documentations. This particular topic drives me crazy, guys, because anytime I go down there and I stay beyond my stay, I have to always go to the immigration office to get an extension or pay for a resident permit or whatever the case may be. And going into the office is just, you feel like you get no help. You just got to figure everything out on your own, or it's who you know. If you know some big person at the office, everything you need is going to go like this, like quick. But if you don't know anyone, you're literally going to go there and you're going to be sitting there and no one is going to help you. And thanks be to God, I actually have friends that know people at the immigration office. So if I walk in, I tell them I'm going to see this specific officer, and I go right there and the officer helps me out, gives me a call, say, hey, everything is done, and then you come back and you get it. That is how it is. It's not fill a form online and walk in and just you get help within like 30 minutes, an hour. No, guys, it's a struggle, and I'm telling you that. And it's a struggle even getting a driver's license. I know people who went to file the correct way, guys, and took them 3 to 4 months before they received their driver's license. Now, what am I supposed to drive with? Yes, you may be lucky and they would give you a temporary license, but if you want it right away, once again, here comes the bribery stuff. It's like you gotta bribe to pay to get it quick. Same thing goes for the passport office. It's just like all official documentations over there. That's just basically what you have to deal with. Even when getting permits to, like, you know, build your home, to fix something in your store, all of that is like that system over there. It's like they make it hard. They want you to struggle to get what you need to get, when it could be something so simple as fill this form online before coming. When you come, you go see this person, you get this done. We need this document, so when you come and bring A, B, and C, and then we'll have everything done within a week or two. It's just not like that. It's like you want to do the right thing and follow the rules, but you're not going to get it in the time that you want it. So most people just end up paying a little extra on the side to get their documentations quicker. That's what the system is like. You can't run away from it. It's frustrating. This video is travel, guys. Traveling out of Ghana, trying to obtain visas to other countries if you're staying in Ghana. It ain't easy, guys. I ain't gonna front with you. It is not easy. You know, it's much harder for the locals trying to get documentation, to either the proper documentation to travel out the country. It's very difficult. The only perk I can say is, like, if you actually have a Ghanaian passport, the passport works. You can travel to all the ECOWAS countries. So if that's something that you're interested in, you guys should definitely look into the ECOWAS countries that you can use your Ghana passport to travel with. I know they can, now they've made the new identification cards in Ghana now. They have the microchip on it, so it has like it's biometric, so it has all your information, your fingerprints and everything, and you can actually use that to travel out to as well. So yeah, and I mean, it helps if you're going to like neighboring countries, but you know, as a Ghanaian, you know, if you're trying to travel out to other countries that you need a visas to obtain, it's difficult. And once again, here comes the bribery system. You need it. You're gonna need it if you're trying to, you know, get it. It's not an easy way. I think it's not even easy for, you know, being an American and living down there. There's a lot of things that they will tell you that, you know, you have to pay more money if you're not a citizen. So you find that people are actually getting maybe their friends or families that are citizens down there involved in their business to make things much easier and smoother, getting permits and things like that, because it's just much harder trying to get you know, with the right, you know, trying to get the things you need to make over there, you know, smooth for you. Yeah, I remember actually going to the bank, and I wanted to open an account, and opening an account as a foreigner was like so much documentation, and I had to prove this, and I had to go get a tax. There was so much that I had to do. So you know, figuring out how you're gonna have an account down there, or how you're gonna get your money for your business, or how you're gonna get paid, you know, something that you should definitely look into as well. I know they have international banks and things like that, but that's something to look into. So, you know, even America makes it hard for, you know, the average person over there to, you know, try to come down here. And sometimes it's not even about the idea of maybe the person wants to come here and live here and work here, but maybe they just want to visit. But they make it hard. But then if we reverse the roles and I'm applying to go to Ghana, it's so simple for me. I could just apply online, send my documentations, and they mail it back to me. No interview, no nothing. But they, you know, when it's vice versa, they make it much harder for people to come down there. So it's quite unfortunate. The systems, you know, down there just don't really work. It's like it's there, but they don't practice it. And because of that, it makes, you know, the country looks bad. It makes them look bad. It makes them look much poorer than they are. And, you know, a lot of people want to leave because of that. They don't want to stay there. And the locals down there are always wondering why we're coming back and wanting to live there, because they see it as, you know, such a hard system. And it's like, if you don't have money, it's very difficult to live down there. It's hard. It's a lot to think about, you know, moving down there, guys. But these are the 5 things I feel like you should consider. I have another 5 coming up in a part 2 video, so stay tuned for that. Whatever, you know, topics that you guys would like me to elaborate on or talk more about based on my experiences, you guys definitely leave comments, and I would definitely do some research. And yeah, overall, I think you know, moving down there, it's a lot to think about before you know, you just get up and move anywhere. But these are some things I you know, I wanted to highlight that I think you guys should definitely think about before making your way down to Ghana. So yes, don't forget to subscribe, like, share, comment, guys, and thank you for tuning in again, and I'll see you guys again next time. Bye.